I have attached a picture of Simon and Peabody, 19-year-old brothers who've lived with us for 12 years. Simon has bladder cancer, that's a big deal. Peabody has congestive heart failure, that's a big deal, and neurological. We believe they're beginning to transition. We need to be sure. I don't know if this falls within the parameters, but here they are, deeply loved members of our family. Elizabeth, are you with us? Can you speak to this for a second? No. All right, I'm just going to go then. In this situation, when I have clients brought in that are this much clearly getting ready to transition because they're 19 and they both have all these problems, my job is to get them prepared to transition and introduce them to the spirit tribe that they're going to cross over to and make sure everything goes smoothly. So that's what we're going to do. On the healing aspect of it, everybody needs healing. Everybody can feel better. And so I'm going to call them into the sacred circle and ask Grandmother Sunflower to do whatever healing they need so that they're comfortable right now. So they're comfortable. Because, you know, you got all this stuff going on. You got your cancers and your neurological and all that. You feel uncomfortable. So let's get these dogs comfortable and let's get them prepared to cross. The way I'm going to do it is use the drum again. And I'm going to open the circle again, remembering it, and ask Grandmother to completely clear the space so that all of that with Jen and Tia is gone. And I see you shimmering and cheering for new power. And I ask you all, the circle, please to call your power animals and your compassionate teachers who will lend power to help these puppies. The man who helps me with dogs, his name is Scotty. He's Scottish. I have Scottish ancestors, as you can see. And he is a dog genius. Says, I don't know about that, but I am very helpful in helping dogs find where they belong when they leave from here and go to there. I am a master of ceremonies of the crossing of dogs. And I'm here at your service, Carla. Thank you so much. We lay out flowers, beautiful rose petals, and Grandmother Sunflower sings a song to call in the sacred ones. And sacred spirits come in who I have not met, but they are her sisters. And they create a beautiful, kind of like floating sphere. She asks me to get inside it. And I do, and I go with her. I go with this sphere through a portal into a place where these dogs came from before they came into the home, into Elizabeth's home. There's a lot of barking. There's a lot of confusion. Grandmother says, they both left soul pieces. Go get them. We need those back now. So I am going through this doorway into the previous time, into their youth. And it's Simon I find first. He's absolutely in a complete frenzy, barking at something that he believes is going to try to kill him, until he's exhausted and shaking. Simon, my name is Carla. I come from your future. I mean, like, really in the future. And I'm here to take this little piece of you that got frozen here back. Can you come? Pop in. He's in the bubble. I know your name wasn't Simon then, but where's your brother? He's over there. He's being held down by something. There's administering fluids. I get him. He's beginning to revive. His soul is bright. He said, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. That's all he can say is, I can't believe this. He's like, ah. We just bring him in the bubble, and we bring the bubble back into the circle. And grandmother has already called in the current selves, souls of Simon and Peabody. They're here. They're tired. We go to Simon first and breathe his soul into him that was retrieved. It sits next to him and looks at him and says, what's this? You made it. I'm sick. You made it. You yourself will tell yourself all about it. And he folds the soul back into the older dog. And now we go to Peabody. And Peabody just loves it. He just comes in and folds in. I can't remember which dog has which ailment. Grandmother says it doesn't matter. If I were doing a deep, long healing, I'd find out. But we're trying to demonstrate here the most important piece of this, which is to help these dogs get ready to go running off to the other side. And so we raise our rattle, grandmother and I, and we call the song of the spirit tribe of Simon and Peabody. It is one tribe who comes in. There's always an Afghan in the dog tribe. When I call in the dog tribe of a dog, an Afghan always comes in. This Afghan, I've come to learn, escorts this correct spirit tribe in. And a lot of other dogs are with them, but then they step apart, and this regal family of dogs that look like this, I don't know what this breed is, but the dogs that look like this come in. And one motherly one comes up and licks Peabody on the nose and on the head and says, I will bring you home. And stands next to Peabody. Simon says, this is not right. I'm not going. No. I have to be part of this. Simon comes over and sticks his nose up under. And the beautiful female dog licks him. And the two are together. And she's like a mother. She will be the one who escorts them. They will climb a path of a spiral. Scotty's there. He will open the gateway and pick all of them up, and the tribe around him will go, and these souls will be passed back into a loving situation where there are humans known to Elizabeth and her husband, well known, previous dogs known to them, known to the families, and Simon and Peabody will be reunited there for a while. They will give the news of the lives. They were here not just for themselves, they're collecting the news of the lives of their people to share with the spirits of the people. And then when that passed along and they have been blessed for jobs well done, they will move through to the gateway of all the doggies from whom they were born and the spirit tribe of their pack. And the mama dog will nurse them and bring them back into spirit form. And Scotty says, I promise you I will oversee this. And he asks if there is an emissary of the tribe who will come now and sit with them as they remain in form. The mother dog sends a previously passed brother. You go. He goes. He comes in and reminds them of what it was like to be litter mates together. And here we are back down now in the sacred circle with Peabody and Simon, their soul parts now reinstated, and a litter mate with them who's already on the other side, ready to help support them through it all. I ask Simon, is there any sign you will give Mom and Dad when you feel you are ready to make the big departure? I will cough like I can't breathe. And you will hear the word please. That is the time for us both. Right, Peabody? Right. Yeah, right. Okay. I ask now for the spirits to give healing power to these dogs, that their remaining time be comfortable and that the people be soothed. Grandmother brings in flowers. They're a flower that is intoxicating, like poppies. She says they're like poppies. It's not poppies, but it's the same idea. You go, ooh. And she puts the power of the flowers into them. And it's like a narcotic effect. Peabody says, do you like that, Simon? I like it. Do you like it, Peabody? I like it. Good. Funny. Crack me up. Grandmother says we have this. We thank the spirits. And I come back. Oh, man. I wouldn't have come back except here we are, and we only have so much time. That was crazy. Those dogs are so much fun. Oh, Elizabeth, are you here? Can you speak to it? There you are. I see you now. You can take yourself off mute. You're off mute, but we can't hear you. No say. Does anybody have questions? I'll open the chat. Maybe people are chatting at me. Chat. If you have a question, go ahead and chat it in. Let's do it that way. You are the quietest bunch of mice. So let me explain what I did. I called in the circle. I brought in the dogs. Scotty came because he always does. He's my spirit who helps me with doggy transition and also with doggy training. He's doggy. He's great. And you would meet spirits who are specialists for you that you can trust. and you'll see them repeatedly, and you can trust them to take care of whatever it is. And the more you journey, the more your tribe of specialists grows, and you're able to depend upon them. And it's really, really good. So Scotty came in, and if I recall, grandmother gave a bubble, and she said the first thing you need to do is a soul retrieval for the time before this lifetime, before they were adopted. And this is important for us to have all our souls back. The soul parts get lost when we undergo trauma, and part of how we cope is we check out. A piece of us checks out. Same for dogs, same for people. So we call that soul loss. It's a really common phenomena, and shamanic healing retrieves soul parts that are lost to help bring wholeness and balance back for the client. With humans, it can be long, drawn out, involved. It's complicated because there's psychological factors. Animals, it's really pretty fast. One of the things I love about working with animals is you don't get a lot of drama. You just fix it. So I went in this bubble with grandmother Sunflower. She took me back through into the scenario of where there was trauma and stress. I found a soul part for each dog. I saw their stress situation, and then looking past it, I saw their soul part that had stepped away from that and was like frozen in time. I gathered that up for each of them, brought it back through. One of them was very disappointed because he'd missed the whole life. That's like, I missed my life. Oh. So I said, you'll tell me all about it. And the other one was just happy to go in. And those souls, you see them merge into the dog, and you see the dog becoming activated and whole again. And then I stepped into the next step, which is calling in the spirit tribe that the dog came from and to which they will return when they go to the other side. And then when we do that, it's good to take a journey to see what it's going to be like for the dog when the dog goes across the bridge. This prepares the person, it prepares the dog, and it takes out the uncertainties. It makes it feel really safe to go. I also asked what the sign will be. One of the dogs to give the sign that they will give when it's time. And the sign was from, I can't remember which dog, but it was a clear sign of congestive heart failure, and that please coming out of the cough, that wheeze please, and that a knowing. Then Elizabeth and her husband will get this knowing, and they will do with the vet and all of that. So. Do you have any questions? Anything you'd like to share about that? You are mice. People are mouse. One new message. Oh boy, I got a new message. No, I don't. No questions?
Carla, I've got a question.
Yay, a question!
Carla, first of all, thank you so much for doing this. You're so eloquent, and so this is fun. This is really fun.
Jan.
So I've got the question I have. Presently I've got animals in my life. I haven't had animals for quite a while, but I'm surprised at how many animals, when it comes close to that time of death, they need to be put down. They hang on. Can you say something about that? Does this process help them transition? Animals seem to have a hard time transitioning.
I see it. I see all the circumstances. I see circumstances where dogs or pets are hanging on because the person can't let go. I'm seeing situations where the dog or the pet is hanging on because they can't let go. They love it so much they don't want to leave. I see situations where the body, the organic body, is fighting. You know, the will to live, the form, structure, will to live is stronger than the soul's desire to get out of Dodge. And then, so the soul has a hard time getting the body to let go. I really see it all. And some animals have the capability of just leaving, monk-like, you know. And given circumstances, given the chance, perhaps in the wild, the animal can put themselves into a situation where that's facilitated for them by a hawk or, you know, a lion or something. Some animals facilitate it, urban animals will facilitate it by running in front of a car. You know, it's awful. But for the most part, I think that our domestic animals end up in the same dilemma that we end up in. And the difference is that we don't have, with humans, we don't have, well, you guys do in Oregon, but we don't have euthanasia. Oregon does, because Oregon gets it. But the rest of the country doesn't have that,
Yeah.
doesn't have that. So there, I don't know. I hope that answered it.
No, thank you. Thank you. That was good.
I mean, I wish it were simple, but it's not. Yet every single case is different. What I do know is that when you journey with them into what they'll go to, just like when we are doing a death and dying class and we journey into our own death, that's huge. That is one of the most profound shamanic initiations, is journeying into your own death. And it makes you ask the question, why should I stay here? What are my choices? What are my reasons for staying here? And it helps you become determined to do your best because you get to be alive. You know, it changes the story from, why am I here, to, I choose to be here, and by golly, I'm going to do my best at it. Pretty neat. So Jen has written in, let me read to what she says. And then Charla's written in. Your description of the time before we adopted the dogs is spot on. Same with Simon muscling himself into the connection between Peabody and the mother dog. Oh, that was great. That is something Simon would definitely do. I wish I didn't have sound issues. I'd love to talk about this with you. I wish you did too. Oh. And Barbara writes, I don't have a question, but having gone through such similar journey with Carla, with my dog Holly, who left in 2018. And we have a video of Holly on the YouTube channel because it was so flipping amazing. I made this whole video out of it. I found this comforting and teary at the same time, but so supportive. I hope it helps this family as much as we were helped. Thank you, Barbara. And Charla, I want to sign up for the class earlier, but I want to ask you, since I haven't been journeying regularly, if it would be beneficial for me to take both 1 and 2. I'm going to answer a broader question to that with the bonus. You know, the big thing now in selling, in telling people about workshops is you have this free thing, intro thing, and then you say, for a limited time, only for you, because you're on this call, you get blah, blah, blah. I hate that. I just hate that. I price my workshops at a rate that's fair, and that is fair for me and fair for you. And I don't discount and screw around with that. But I do want to do this because it helps for everybody coming in to be really ready to go. If you register for the workshop, when you register for the workshop, I am going to be inviting you to join a 2-hour sacred tree introduction training. So to give you that experience in the live class in order to be solid with your journeying skills and with your spirits. What happens if you don't collect and heal the soul pieces? That happens up at the first gateway. There's this in-between sort of strata. And in this case, for these dogs, it was the family of Elizabeth and her husband coming and bringing in the welcoming party. There's usually angels involved in that, and they go back through the life, and they all that does happen, and it gives a soul a chance to recollect. Sometimes soul parts don't come back. Sometimes things don't go as beautifully as they want. There's a reason. There's karma and drama, but we try to reduce it as much as possible. So I'll talk to you, Charla. You and I can discuss about the 1 and 2 problem question directly, because Charla's been through the course before, so.